All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm extremely excited for you. I am so glad that you have entered your information and that you are getting access to this awesome training and this step by step process that I'm going to share with you tonight that will help you take a person you've just met, offline or online, cold market person, quickly move them to your warm market and get them to look at what you're doing, look at your business presentation, and actually get them to sign up on your team quickly. I have had some success with this, and so I'm going to give you a step-by-step process. I know you're going to love it. It's going to help you out. It's going to help you take your business to a new level. And so just really stoked that you're here and get to share this information with you tonight. So let's dive right in. I'd like to start out by telling you a little bit about myself, and that way we can become warm and fuzzy ourselves and become warm markets. So my name is David Gilbert. I'm from Pensacola, Florida. I'm married. I've got four awesome children, a beautiful, awesome wife. We live here close to the beach. I've been an entrepreneur and business owner for 11, 12 years, something like that now, and just have a lot of experience, and I've got a lot that I can share with you. But, concerning network marketing and this being such a people business, let me tell you, when I first started out, I was shy. When I first got into this business, I was shy. I was introverted. I actually did not like talking to people at all. If I was out at a party or in a group, in a setting where there's a lot of people, I would just keep to myself, kind of stand in the corner, and I was the guy that would watch everybody. And I'd talk to you if you came up and talked to me, but I would not reach out to you or talk to you. And even in public, I was go about my business and keep walking and stay in my mind and stay in my thoughts. That's the type of person I was. And so I want to encourage you, if you're listening to this and you feel like you're too shy to do this, you're introverted, you're not an extroverted person, this is such a people business and you struggle in that area, I'm here to tell you, you can overcome that. I'm here to tell you, you can work on that. You can develop the skills that it takes to become a people person, to become someone who would enjoy talking to people and who will enjoy seeing people smile. So there's hope. So anyway, hang in there. Also, when I got started, I had no network marketing experience at all. So came in this thing green as green. Actually, for years, thought network marketing was a scam. It was a pyramid thing. And I'd say that terminology and honestly had no idea what I was talking about because I was completely ignorant and I had just heard these terms. I'd never even looked at it before. So when I got involved, we got involved because of my wife's some health things. We got into nutrition and just totally green at it and had to learn from scratch. Did not have much of an upline helping me, but fell in love with this profession and industry. Fell in love with the idea and the concept of being able to help people live their dreams, realize their dreams, that no matter what age, no matter what their income level, no matter what their education level, no matter even what their skill level, if someone is set and ready to apply themselves, they can have success here, and that excited me. So I had to learn it all from scratch. And I want to start this off and end my story here and transition with this point here. This is huge. I learned to create a vision that would pull me. My mentor and coach Ray Higdon taught me how to create a vision that was so powerful, so real that it was in me. I smelled it, I tasted it, I heard it. And if you subscribe to my stuff, I'm gonna teach you eventually how to create a vision for yourself also. You'll learn that very powerful concept. So what I did was, this vision was so strong, and it still is, and it grows and it changes, that when things got tough, when things seemed impossible for me, I was able to connect to the vision, and that vision would pull me through, and it would pull me closer to my goals, and it pulled me out of my introversion. It pulled me out of my shyness. It pulled me out of my lack of experience, and it caused me to learn. It caused me to reach out to people. It caused me to step into areas where I was very uncomfortable because I had a vision that pulled me through that. And that's key. If you're getting started, if you're listening to this and you're just getting started in network marketing, you'll hear this. What's your why? What's your why? What's your why? And your why is huge. But take that why and create a vision for yourself of who you're becoming. Not only why are you doing this, but a vision of who you're becoming and where you're going to be, and get a real clear picture of that. Again, I've got some other stuff out there I'll be putting out that will really go into that in more detail. This isn't about that, but just wanted to share that with you to start you out. I was shy, introverted, no experience, had to learn it from scratch, and it was the vision that pulled me through the beginning stages of that. So pretty awesome stuff. And so anyway, let's talk now a little bit about offline cold market. You're out shopping, you're out eating out in a restaurant, or you're on the job, depending on what your job is. How do you approach a stranger? How do you talk to someone, especially if you're very uncomfortable with talking to someone? This is going to sound so simple, but it's so true. Practice smiling when you look at people. And this is for probably someone who's more introverted like I was. I had a hard time smiling, but I physically began to force myself and practice. First of all, just practice at smiling people. Okay? Practice finding a reason to compliment somebody. A compliment goes a long way and completely takes that icy cold atmosphere and turns it into a warm. And my wife is brilliant at this. I've learned so much from her. She sees the best in people, and she knows how to compliment someone. So I've learned so much from this. So when you're interacting with people, reach out, say hi, ask them how they're doing, compliment them. How are they dressed? Begin to compliment on something they're dressed in, compliment on the way they do things. If you're at a restaurant, if you've got a good waitress, you compliment her on her job. If you have an employee, or if you're working with a coworker, look for ways to compliment them on what they're doing if you want to reach out to them. So a compliment goes a long way. And so the next, another aspect of this is ask the right questions to warm them up. So, and this is huge. Asking the right questions is a big deal. So let's say that one of the things that I like to use a lot that seems to work in a universal way and is extremely duplicatable is ask someone, whether you might be checking out at Walmart, or if you're at the mechanic getting your car worked on. I'm putting you in different situations. Maybe you're at the school, you're talking to the secretary that checks the kids in, or you're at the hospital and the nurse, or you're talking to a doctor, or you're getting a checkup, or the dentist office. Ask them, how long have they been working at the job they're at? How long have you been working here? And they'll start to give you some information. Really? So you've been working here. You must get paid very well, or you must love your job. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, people do not really like their job, and they're looking for something. So asking someone, how long have you been working here? Oh, great. How do you like it? How's it going for you? You like this job? 9 times out of 10, that's going to give you a negative answer, or give you something that you can actually begin to go, oh, really? Well, that's interesting, when they give you that negative answer. And so that's a way that you can quickly have the opportunity to share with someone your business, because there is going to be an unease or an uncomfortableness with their job, or just something about their job they don't like, and it's going to speak to that thing inside them that causes them to open up and go, wow, is there something else that I could do? It'll speak to that dream inside them that possibly is lying dormant, or they just given up on, where you can trigger that and get them to talk about what they really want to do, or their dissettlement with their job. So that's a powerful question as far as warming people up. Ask them about their children. Are you married? Do you have children? Get them to talk about their children. Get them to talk about laugh with them. You know, this is one big thing is I like to have fun with people when I'm asking them questions. I like to look, and I used to not be able to do this at all. So believe me, you can learn these things. I'm learning how to be fun with people, to joke with people through the drive-through, to joke with people at the coffee shop, to make cool things, make them laugh. Man, it totally warms up the atmosphere. And if you're being honest and you're being real and you're not faking it and you're not hyping it, people can tell that, man, and it just makes a huge difference. So you ask the right questions. You know, how long have you worked here? Do you like what you do? Hey, awesome. Are you married? Cool. You got children? Great. How many children you got? I've got 4 children. Really? Boys or girls? Great. What do they like to do? Are they in sports? You know, just find out information about these people and look for the clues that they could use some more income, or maybe they could use whatever your product is. If it's travel, maybe they need some vacations. You can help them with that. If it's health, maybe they need some of your products to help them with their health. And so these are clues you're looking for. And basically, as you ask the right questions, you get warmed up. You've got a conversation going. You want to begin to transition to them to a place of invite to where they can look at your business or look at your opportunity. So how do you transition? You're asking questions. You're talking with someone. How do you transition to the invite? Well, a couple key things are, first of all, if someone says they're unhappy with with what they're doing in business, you will say something like, depending on the situation, it can vary from place to place, but basically you're going to say something like, well, really? Well, I might be able to help you with that. And hopefully you've listened to them, finding out, well, what if I could show you a way that you could blah, 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 blah? What if I could show you a way where you could blah, blah, blah? Would you be open to look at it? Would you be open to look at it? What if I could show you a way that you could make more money than you're working here, that you could replace your income here and do something else you want to do, that you could bring your kid home from daycare and be able to stay home with them and still work and make a living? So these are certain things. What if I could help you do this? That's how you begin to transition to the invite. Would you be open to look at it? And when they tell you, well, sure, I'd love to look at it if you could help me out. If you could help me out with that, then you will transition to the invite at that point, to invite them to look at what you're doing. And we'll move on to that on the next slide. So that was how you talk to someone offline, how you take someone who's cold market offline, you meet them, and you move them to the warm market in a quick way. Now let's talk a little bit about online cold market. First question I would ask you online, are you social media friendly? What do I mean by that? What I mean is, on Facebook, are you posting, are you positive on Facebook? Do you have good pictures on Facebook, lifestyle pictures? On your Twitter, do you have, cool pictures on Twitter, attractive pictures on Twitter? Same with Instagram. What are your photos like? Are you friendly in your posts and in your profiles on social media? Or do you have a lot of negativity? Is there a lot of disputing and arguing and talking about controversial things all the time? I'm telling you, if you're trying to build network marketing business and you are wanting to build online, you will want to avoid too much of that. You want to have positive, outgoing, friendly. There's enough negativity in the world. There's enough negativity online. And when you begin to post positive things, when you begin to post things about life, about relationships, about joy, about accomplishments and victories, it attracts people because we need that and they need that. So check your profile. Are you social media friendly? Because if you're not, that will hinder taking a cold market person that comes across your page and getting them warm to you quickly. So go through your social media profiles, clean them up, make them attractive to others. Create valuable content. are you putting content on your social media profiles that will help others, that will bring value to their lives, that will give to them from your resources? Are you improving yourself so that you can give out to others, improve them? Because that's a huge way where if someone comes across your page and they start finding value, they start getting enhancements to their life, they're going to like you. They're going to warm up to you, and they're going to follow you, and they're going to buy from you, and they're going to listen to you. People also, third, people need to be able to contact you. Is the contact information on your social media sites up to date? Do you have an up-to-date website? What about your phone number? What about where you live? These things, you want to keep these things up to date and relevant so that if someone wants to get a hold of you, they can quickly. I don't know how many people have missed out on cold market people becoming into their warm market, getting on the team because they were on social media, online found them, and did not know how to contact them. Now, nowadays, we got Facebook Messenger. They can message you if you're friends and you accept their friend request. But just make sure that your information, because if you can get someone on the phone, it's a lot more powerful than trying to just social media lies with them. So, social media lies. I just created a new word. I love it. Awesome. So basically, get those things in line. When people find you, they'll be able to. It'll just create a warm atmosphere, and it will help them open up to who you are and to what you have to offer. Last but not least, reaching out to people through social media is similar to what I share with you in offline reaching out to people. My coach and mentor, also Jessica Higdon, just created a new product about through social media building a local team and prospecting. It's awesome, and we've been using that. I've been using that and having some results with that, and we'll be creating some content along those lines. But basically, yeah, just be open with people, talk to people. When you reach out to people through social media, be friendly, ask questions, find ways that you can help people, and become known as a person of value who creates content, who answers questions, who provides solutions to people's problems. That's really it. If you want to become good at moving someone from cold market to warm market, you become known as the person that listens and provides answers to people's problems. It's really simple. You listen and you find a solution to someone's problems, and you will quickly move people from cold market to warm market, and you will quickly create more friends and more attraction through social media. So now let's move on now to the invite. So whether you're offline or you're on, really this is more offline focused than online focused. So if you're offline, you've found out someone's hot button, you found out their need, and you're like, well, if I could show you a way that you could replace this, would you be open to look at it? They say, yes, I'd love to. Now what you want to do is you want to form a break in communication. Basically what this is, say, well, I'd love to show you, but I've got to run now. I've got to go. Or on your way out, you can turn around and say, hey, just curious. I got to run now. I got to go. But are you available are you available in 2 hours to get on your computer? Or are you available for coffee tomorrow between 2 to 4 p.m. or lunch? So you break in communication. I got to run. I'd love to show you, but I got to go now. And then try to clear a date for lunch, coffee, or even a phone call with them in front of their computer, depending on what type of presentation that you want to show them. So clear a date or get their information. Excuse me. Or get their information. Get their phone number. Say, I got to run. I got to go. Let's exchange contact information. Here, shoot me a text. And here's my number. Shoot me a text right now, and we'll exchange contact information. And I promise you, I'll call you when I can. I'm very busy, but I promise you I'll follow up with you, and I'll get that information to you. So that's what you want. You want to break the communication. If you can, clear the date and set the appointment for coffee or lunch or just get their information and set a time to follow up them. Set the appointment for coffee, lunch, or even over the phone presentation through the computer. Get their information, set the appointment, and then just be there for the appointment, or call them when you say you're going to call them. Do what you say you're going to do. So we're going to talk about the close now. So you've invited them, you've set the appointment. You guys, you're either sitting there over coffee, you're sitting there over lunch, or maybe you've gotten them online, they're on the phone, and you've either shown them a video presentation or you've done the presentation yourself. And if you've done the presentation, and hopefully if you've done the presentation, you've given them enough information to answer all of their questions. So the first thing you say when that presentation's done is, what did you like most about what you saw? And you quiet. Don't say another word. Listen. Remember, listen, and you have that solutions and answers to the problems. What did you like most about what you saw? And then when they tell you the things they like about what you saw, you want to go deeper and ask them, well, why did you like that? What was it about that you liked? And get them to talk, and just listen. And in your mind, what you're thinking is, man, I hope they get started. Man, I hope they get started. What you're not thinking is that. What you're thinking is this the right person for my team? Can they build this business with them? Do I want to work with them? So you want to ask qualifying questions. You want to find out, who they are, what they want. Now, if it's just a product they're interested in, it's not a business thing, of course, you want to sell them product, get them started, help them out in that way. But if this is a business deal, if they seem like they might be a business person, you want to make sure that you're not there begging, manipulating, trying to get them on your team. You're there to find out if they are fit or if they are qualified to be on your team, because you don't want just anybody on your team. And that postures you in a position of power and control, and you'll be able to control the conversation. So basically, if they like what they saw, and you feel like they're qualified, just ask them to get started. It's very simple. You ready to get started now? Are you in? Let's do this thing. Welcome to the team. Just ask them to get started. Don't forget that key thing to do. Last but not least, if they're not ready to get started, if they've got some objections and you're not able to meet those objections, use some third-party tools. Maybe get them on a three-way call with your upline. Give them some information. Get them a DVD. Point them to a place in a website and schedule a follow-up. Book a meeting from a meeting. Bam, fam. Make sure when you're done there, you hand them a CD. Say, hey, listen to the CD, or whatever their issue might be. Go to this website. Check this out. Can you watch it within the next 24 hours? I'll call you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Or let's get together tomorrow at 3 p.m. So make sure that if they're not ready to get started, that you lead them to a third-party validation tool, and then set an appointment to meet with them after they check that information out, and then ask them again if they're ready to get started. So that's basically it. That's some general step-by-step on how to take a cold market person, whether online or offline, move them to your warm market, and get them signed up on your team. Go through this, use these tips, and I know it's going to help you. Let me know, email me back if you've used this and gotten some results with this. I'm going to be creating more content in the future, and I look forward to presenting valuable content to you, and I appreciate you subscribing to my email, and I will look forward to talking to you later. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.